God says, "Don't skip this. I have a message for you. It is not an accident that you are here. It is not an accident that this found you now. Your spirit called for clarity. Your heart whispered for truth. And I answered, listen, someone is shocked, completely surprised, at how easily you detached from them. They thought your loyalty was permanent. They thought you would always be available, always open, always bending and always giving. They believed your love would hold them forever, even when they refused to grow. But I stepped in. I separated you. I pushed distance where you felt loyalty. I placed silence where you once placed effort. I placed a shield where you used to have vulnerability. Your detachment was not weakness. It was divine protection. And they feel it. They didn't expect it. They never believed you could walk away from their patterns. But you did. Now they sit in the echo of the silence you left. They replay old conversations. They rehearse the words they never said. They feel regret for what they took lightly. Your absence shook their spirit. Your silence said what your voice never needed to. Your detachment spoke louder than anything you ever explained. You must understand something. Your heart is not ordinary. Your love is not common. Your spirit carries weight in the unseen realm. When you detach, heaven moves. Type amen if you feel God is speaking to you right now. When you pull back, energy shifts. When you stop watering a place I never assigned you, the roots dry. You were never meant to shrink yourself. You were never meant to beg for love. You were never meant to carry the weight of someone who wouldn't lift their own. And deep down, you knew. You felt the imbalance. You felt the heaviness. You sensed the change long before your actions showed it. Your spirit outgrew the connection before your feet walked away. I am healing you from the need to be needed. I am healing you from overextending yourself. I am healing you from trying to save everyone. Not everyone you love is meant to walk with you. Some were lessons. Some were mirrors. Some were bridges. But only a few are home. I am closing doors that block you from those who carry the same fire you do. You didn't lose anything. You were redirected. You were lifted. You were strengthened and awakened. And someone is stunned that you no longer react. You no longer chase. You no longer beg. You no longer force connections or explain yourself to those who never listened. You no longer fight battles that aren't yours. You no longer prove your worth to the blind. This is growth. This is elevation. This is spiritual maturity, and they feel it. Your posture changed. Your energy changed. Your boundaries changed. Your silence now speaks of healing, and your absence is teaching them what your presence used to hide. You loved deeply. You forgave quickly. You gave generously, and they mistook your softness for weakness. But you are not weak. You are powerful. You are chosen. You are marked by heaven. And your detachment is proof that you finally aligned with your purpose. Your peace became your priority. Your spirit returned to itself. Your heart began healing. And that is what shook them the most. Comment I receive IT if you're ready for your miracle. They expected you to fall apart without them. But you rose. You grew. You reclaimed your power. You remembered who you were before the pain. You remembered who I made you to be. And now they watch from afar. They feel the emptiness you once filled. They are stunned at your evolution. You detached but didn't collapse. You detached and blossomed. You detached and stepped into a higher version of yourself. And heaven covered you in the process. Do not return to the place I rescued you from. Do not go back to cycles I broke. Do not reopen doors I closed for your protection. You left with grace. You left with clarity. You left with dignity. Do not go back out of loneliness, guilt, or nostalgia. Forward is where your blessing is. Forward is where your healing awaits. Forward is where your alignment lives. Your destiny is not behind you. It is ahead of you. You detached from what drained you. Now I will bring what sustains you, what honors you, what uplifts you, what matches your loyalty, what reflects your love. Your soul is moving into a season where only what resonates will remain. Everything else will fall away. You don't need to chase. You don't need to force. You only need to trust and receive. You did not break. You awakened. You did not lose them. You found yourself. You did not fail. You obeyed the pull of your spirit. And soon, the peace you feel now will grow into joy. Hold on. Stay open. Stay faithful. Your miracle is already moving toward you. I am not finished with you yet. My hand is still on your life. You are stepping into a season where everything that left you will be replaced with what lifts you. Everything that broke you will become the reason you rise higher. There's a reason your spirit feels different now. There's a reason you don't react the way you once did. The detachment wasn't only from a person. It was from an old version of yourself. You shed a layer of your soul. You stepped out of a shell that no longer fit you. You were outgrowing the space around you. You were outgrowing the patterns that kept you small. And I had to separate you to elevate you. I had to distance you before I could promote you. If I allowed certain people to stay, they would have damaged the blessing I am preparing for you. If I allowed certain energies to remain, they would have drained the strength meant for your next chapter. So I pulled you out. I shifted you. Even the silence felt uncomfortable. But the silence was surgery. I was cutting away what harmed you silently. I was healing the wounds you never spoke about. I was restoring the pieces you thought you lost forever. You grew in the dark. You healed in the shadows. And now your light has become too bright for some people to remain close. Not because you are prideful, but because you are protected. Your elevation exposed their intentions. Your growth revealed their true posture toward you. You didn't lose them. I revealed them. You didn't walk away for no reason. I showed you the truth behind a mask. Now they watch you from afar, confused. They wonder how you did what they never expected you to do. You detached from them without chaos. You walked away without anger. You simply stopped giving access to your heart. And that is what shocked them the most. You left peacefully. And peaceful exits disturb those who relied on your chaos to stay connected. Now they feel the absence of your energy. They feel the void of your presence. Your love was a covering. Your presence was protection for them. But they didn't honor it. They didn't nurture it. And now the weight of losing you is teaching them what your worth always was. My child, understand something deeply. The separation was divine alignment. The detachment was spiritual elevation. You stopped begging because you remembered your worth. You stopped explaining because you remembered your power. You stopped apologizing for your boundaries because you remembered who you belonged to. You belong to me. And no one can take what I have placed over your life. No one can block what I am releasing to you next. This is why I needed you free. This is why I needed you detached. Some blessings require a clean hands and a clear spirit. Some miracles only enter when certain people exit. You are being prepared for abundance that small-hearted people cannot understand. You are being positioned for opportunities that require peace, not chaos. You are stepping into a chapter where your soul will not be drained anymore. You are stepping into a chapter where you will be met with the same energy you give. I am bringing people who speak life into you. I am bringing people who love you without conditions. People who show up consistently. People who see your soul and honor it. You will not have to beg this time. You will not have to prove yourself. You will not have to convince anyone of your value. Those days are over. Your detachment created space, and I am filling that space with what you truly deserve. You think you lost something, but you only lost what wasn't strong enough to love you. You think you walked away from comfort, but you walked into purpose. You think you shut a door, but you opened a destiny. Your obedience is unlocking miracles. Your willingness to let go is unlocking blessings. Your surrender is unlocking divine timing. My child, you have no idea what is forming behind the scenes. You have cried, but you are closer than ever. You have felt alone, but you were being realigned. You felt disconnected, but I was rewiring your spirit. You felt abandoned, but I was drawing you deeper into me. Nothing you went through was wasted. Nothing you lost will go unreplaced. Something better is coming. Something higher is coming. Something that fits your healed heart is coming. Something that matches your growth is coming. Do not look backward. Do not question the distance. The detachment was for your protection. The separation was for your preparation. You were never meant to stay where your soul kept shrinking. You were meant to expand. And now you will. And now you are. The same people who once underestimated you will look again, and they will not recognize the version of you that is rising. Because I am in this version. I am rebuilding you. I am strengthening you. I am covering you. And soon, your story will be a testimony of what happens when someone chooses themselves, chooses peace, and chooses me. I am with you in every step. I am beside you in every shift. You are not alone. You have never been alone. Keep trusting. Keep walking. Keep releasing. What is coming will make you grateful for everything that left. What is coming will turn your detachment into deliverance. This chapter is holy. This chapter is protected. And you are rising beautifully. My child, the light around you is getting stronger. And not everyone can stand in that light with you. Some people were connected to the older version of you. And when you evolved, they lost access. Not because you are cold, but because you are chosen. Not because you stopped caring, but because I pulled you into alignment with your purpose. You are becoming the person your future needs. And that means outgrowing the people your past needed. There are things you used to tolerate that your spirit cannot accept anymore. There are people you used to chase who now feel distant in your soul. This is not rejection. This is redirection. This is not abandonment. This is protection. You prayed for peace, and I answered by removing what disturbed it. You prayed for clarity, and I answered by exposing what was hidden. You prayed for strength, and I answered by letting you stand on your own. You asked to be used for greatness, and greatness requires separation. Do not mourn what I moved. Do not grieve what I removed. Some connections were never meant to last. Some hearts were not meant to stay close. You outgrew their chaos. You outgrew their inconsistency. You outgrew their emotional immaturity. You outgrew the version of yourself that needed their validation. Now they are confused by your silence. Now they are shocked by your absence. They wonder why you no longer respond the way you used to. They wonder why access to you feels different now. And the truth is simple. You healed. And healing changes everything. Healing changed your energy. Healing changed your boundaries. Healing changed your expectations. Healing changed your spirit. You no longer cling to what drains you. You no longer hold on to what hurts you. You no longer justify what your intuition warned you about. You no longer fight for a place where your soul feels unsettled. This is growth. This is freedom. You are shedding layers that kept you bound. You are releasing people who were tied to your pain. Some connections only survive when you are broken. Some relationships only function when you abandon yourself. But you have awakened, and awakening shifts everything. Your detachment was your breakthrough. Your silence was your elevation. Your absence was your protection. Your boundaries were your rebirth. They didn't expect you to stand up for your spirit. They didn't expect you to call your power back. They didn't expect you to walk away from old habits. They didn't expect you to choose yourself. But you did. And heaven celebrated that moment. I saw when you cried and still chose to move on. I saw when you were hurting but still chose peace. I saw when your heart was shaking but you still honored your intuition. I saw when your soul said enough, and you listened. Those choices were not small. Those choices shifted timelines. Those choices opened new doors. Those choices closed old wounds. Now your elevation is unfolding. Now your spirit is rising. The person who once doubted themselves is waking up. The person who once accepted the bare minimum is gone. The version of you that settled has been replaced by the version of you that expects alignment. The version of you that begged has been replaced by the version that receives. You are not the same. And that is why certain people don't recognize you. They still speak to the old you. They still expect the old patterns. But the old you is gone. And the new you is protected. Your spirit is clearer. Your intuition is stronger. Your heart is wiser. Your boundaries are firmer. You are walking with a light that exposes darkness instantly. You are walking with a peace that disturbs unhealed spirits. You are walking with a strength that confuses those who remember your pain. You are walking with a calling that not everyone is meant to understand. This is why I separated you. This is why I detached you. Because your purpose demanded a higher environment. Because your destiny required a new atmosphere. You cannot fly in places where your wings were clipped. You cannot grow in places where your soul was dimmed. You cannot thrive around people who fear your evolution. You cannot stay small to make others comfortable. That season is over. That version is over. You are stepping into a life where your soul expands. You are stepping into connections that grow with you. People who match your honesty. People who carry their own healing. People who give as deeply as you do. People who recognize the value of your presence. You will not need to shrink again. You will not need to beg again. You will not need to overgive again. You will not need to question your worth again. The days of being misunderstood are ending. The days of being overlooked are fading. The days of being taken for granted are breaking off your life. This is your season of restoration. I am giving back what was taken from you. I am returning what was drained from you. I am replacing what hurt you with what heals you. I am filling the empty spaces with divine love. Everything you lost in confusion will return in clarity. Everything you lost in tears will return in joy. Everything you lost in heartbreak will return in abundance. Everything you lost in silence will return in strength. Your story is shifting. Your season is shifting. And what is coming next will make sense of everything you walked away from. My child, I need you to hear this clearly. You are not behind and you are not forgotten. You are exactly where you need to be. You are exactly where I am shaping your future. The silence you feel right now is not punishment. The silence is preparation. You are in a sacred transition. You are in a divine in-between space. The old season is closed, but the new one is still forming. The old path has ended, but the new one is still opening. This is why you have felt disconnected. This is why you have felt misunderstood. This is why people have drifted away. This is why their spirit no longer matches yours. I have been shifting your atmosphere. I have been elevating your spiritual frequency. You are not who you used to be, and that means your surroundings cannot stay the same. When I elevate a soul, I also separate the soul. When I expand a heart, I also refine the circle. This is why some people felt distant all of a sudden. This is why certain connections faded without explanation. It wasn't. It's because your healing came from me. It's because your strength came from me. You didn't walk away alone. You walked away with heaven behind you. I was the one who whispered enough. I was the one who closed the door softly. I was the one who took the weight out of your spirit. I was the one who freed the chains you didn't notice anymore. You thought you were losing people, but you were actually gaining clarity. You thought you were being abandoned, but you were being redirected. You thought things were falling apart, but they were falling into alignment. You let go of what hurt you, and now I will release what heals you. You detached from what dimmed your light, and now I will send people who see your light as sacred. People who don't just love your energy, but protect it. People who don't just want your presence, but value it. You are entering a season of mutual connections. You are entering a season of balanced love. Support that doesn't drain you. Relationships that don't confuse you. Conversations that feed your spirit. People whose hearts carry peace. You have carried enough weight alone. You have carried enough burdens in silence. You have cried enough tears in the dark. You have given enough chances to the wrong people. Now I am giving you restoration. Now I am giving you relief. Everything you prayed for is forming. Everything you cried for is aligning. The spiritual storms you endured were not wasted. The emotional wounds you healed from were not unnoticed. I saw every moment you chose love when you were hurting. I saw every moment you gave grace when you felt empty. I saw every moment you stayed loyal through pain. I saw every moment you hoped even when your heart was tired. These choices planted seeds, and now it is harvest time. You detached from what drained you. Now watch me overflow what fills you. You separated from what harmed you. Now watch me surround you with what honors you. The blessings coming will not be half-hearted. The blessings coming will not be inconsistent. They will be steady. They will be true. They will be gentle. They will be abundant. Your next season does not resemble your last. Your next chapter does not repeat your past. I am rewriting your story. I am refreshing your spirit. The heaviness is breaking off your life. The confusion is leaving your mind. The sadness is lifting from your heart. The delay is ending around your path. You are rising. You are evolving. You are stepping into a life that matches your growth. You are stepping into blessings that recognize your worth. Do not worry about who is surprised by your detachment. Do not worry about who feels shaken by your healing. They were never meant to walk into this next season. They were chapters, not destiny. And now destiny unfolds. And now purpose awakens. You are entering a chapter where your heart no longer breaks this way. You are entering a chapter where peace is normal, where love is mutual, where support is consistent, where your soul finally feels safe, where your spirit finally feels at home. I am with you. I am guiding you. My dear child, I am still guiding you, even in the moments when you feel nothing is changing. Sometimes the greatest shifts happen quietly, beneath the surface of your daily life. You may not see the full picture yet, but you will feel the results soon, and they will bring peace to your heart. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not forgotten. Everything is unfolding at the exact pace your soul can handle. I am softening the tight places in your spirit. I am smoothing the rough edges left by past pain. You will notice soon that the things that once triggered you no longer have the same power. Your heart will stop reacting to old wounds as if they are happening right now. This is healing. This is growth. This is the quiet miracle happening inside you. Do not doubt the process. Do not doubt your progress. You are doing better than you think. You are walking into a life that feels lighter, a life that feels safer, a life that feels more aligned with who you truly are. There will be days when everything feels gentle again. There will be mornings when you wake with a soft hope instead of fear. You will begin to trust yourself again. You will begin to believe in your future again. The confusion that clouded your mind will fade. The heavy thoughts that pushed you down will loosen their grip on you. My dear child, you are stepping into clarity. Clarity in your emotions. Clarity in your purpose. Clarity in your choices. You will feel directed instead of lost. You will feel guided instead of overwhelmed. Every feeling you have right now is part of the shift. Even the restlessness, even the tiredness, even the sudden moments of peace. These are signs that your spirit is changing, signs that your path is clearing, signs that your future is calling. You are stepping into a timeline where your spirit finally feels safe enough to grow, where your heart finally feels brave enough to open, where your mind finally feels calm enough to breathe. There's no rush in this process. You do not need to force anything. You do not need to chase anything. What is meant for you will not pass you. What is written for you will not be taken from you. You are walking toward things that belong to your soul, things that will stay, things that will uplift you, things that will bring you joy without conditions. I am preparing blessings that match your healed heart, not your wounded heart, not your fearful heart, not your lonely heart, but your healed heart. This is why I needed to slow you down. This is why some things didn't work out earlier. Your heart wasn't ready yet. Your spirit needed space to grow. But now, growth is happening. Healing is happening. Awakening is happening. You are becoming someone new, someone clearer, someone stronger, someone softer in all the right ways. My dear child, your next chapter will not look like your last. Your next chapter will lift you instead of break you, hold you instead of drain you, guide you instead of confuse you. You deserve the peace that is coming. You deserve the love that is coming. You deserve the opportunities being prepared for you. You will not walk alone anymore. You will not carry everything by yourself anymore. Help is on the way. Support is on the way. Compassion is on the way. And the people entering your life now will see you clearly. They will honor you. They will respect you. They will value the softness and strength inside you. The ones who left made space for these new souls. The ones who talked about you revealed who didn't deserve to walk with you. Nothing was lost. Everything was cleared. The new timeline is cleaner. The new timeline is stable. The new timeline is blessed. You will feel the shift soon. You will feel the ease. You will feel the alignment. My dear child, trust where I am taking you. Trust the feeling in your chest that says change is near. Trust the quiet voice within you that says you are ready. You are stepping into alignment. You are stepping into purpose. You are stepping into your becoming. And I am with you through every step, every breath, every moment. My dear child, you are walking into a life that finally feels like it fits you. A life where you do not have to pretend or hide or shrink anymore. You have carried so much quietly. You have endured storms without asking anyone to shelter you. I saw every tear you didn't speak about. I saw every moment where you held yourself together when you felt like falling apart. None of it was ignored. None of it was wasted. Your pain has become wisdom. Your wounds have become openings for light to enter. You are becoming someone more grounded, someone more peaceful, someone more sure of their own worth. Do not fear your transformation. You are not losing yourself. You are finally meeting yourself. The world told you to be small. Pain told you to be cautious. Fear told you to expect disappointment. But love is returning. Hope is returning. Strength is returning. And it is returning in a way that stays. You are stepping into a timeline where love comes to you softly, where people speak to you gently, where your soul feels seen without explaining anything. This is the timeline where you no longer chase after those who cannot hold your heart. This is the timeline where the right people recognize your value immediately. You will not need to fight for attention. You will not need to prove your worth. You will not need to beg for love that is meant to be freely given. I am preparing people who speak your language, people who match your spirit, people who do not fear your depth. You will be surrounded by energy that feels safe, energy that feels warm, energy that feels like home. My dear child, your heart will not always feel tired. Your heart will not always feel guarded. Your heart will not always feel alone. The healing you prayed for is rising inside you. The peace you begged for is growing quietly in your chest. You are stepping into a time when blessings feel natural, when joy feels normal, when clarity comes without struggle. Your future is not something you need to fear anymore. Your future is something that will embrace you with open arms. I am clearing away the last pieces of what weighed you down. I am lifting you out of the heaviness you carried for years. This is why certain things suddenly feel distant. This is why old patterns no longer fit. This is why you feel ready to move forward. Even if you don't know the next step, your spirit knows what your mind is still learning. Your heart knows where it is being guided. Trust that knowing. Trust that pull. Trust that quiet direction rising within you. You are stepping into a life where you finally feel supported. Supported by people. Supported by timing. Supported by purpose. And I am guiding you gently. I am not rushing you. I am not forcing you. I am not letting you walk alone, even when you feel tired. I am carrying you, even when you feel unsure. I am steadying you, even when you feel lost. I am lighting a path under your feet. My dear child, you are entering a season where your blessings become visible, not just felt in your heart, but seen in your reality. The opportunities you once dreamed about will start appearing in front of you. The people you prayed for will begin walking toward you. The answers you waited for will begin unfolding without effort. And you deserve this. You deserve rest after struggle. You deserve joy after sorrow. You deserve clarity after confusion. Your story is not ending. Your story is beginning in a new way. A better way. A softer way. You will look back and realize that nothing was taken from you, only replaced with something better, only removed to make room for something gentler. You are stepping into a timeline where you finally feel at home in your own spirit, where you finally trust your own voice, where you finally follow your own truth. And I am not finished. There is more coming, more healing, more guidance, more protection, more miracles. My dear child, I know you have waited a long time for things to finally make sense, and I want you to know that the wait is not a punishment, it is preparation. Every delay protected you from what your heart wasn't ready for. Every pause gave you space to grow into someone stronger. You did not fail. You did not fall behind. You grew in ways that no one could see. Your spirit became wiser. Your heart became deeper. Your soul became softer and stronger at the same time. And now, everything you learned in silence will guide your steps in this new timeline. You will make choices with more clarity. You will walk forward with more confidence. You will no longer let fear interrupt your purpose. You will no longer let doubt speak louder than truth. This time, you are moving with intention. You are moving with awareness. You are moving with peace. And I am proud of you for not giving up when you had every reason to. I am proud of you for holding on through the nights that felt endless. You were never weak. You were becoming. You were never lost. You were learning. You were never abandoned. You were being guided quietly, carefully, lovingly. My dear child, I am opening your heart in a new way. You will feel emotions that had been asleep inside you. You will feel joy without fear of losing it. You will feel love without pain attached to it. You will feel hope without doubt chasing it. The heaviness that once lived in your chest will fade. Peace will settle in its place like warm light. You will trust people again, but with wisdom. You will open your heart again, but with strength. The wounds of your past will not repeat. The cycles that hurt you will break completely. You will walk differently now. I am guiding you toward people who cherish what others overlooked. People who appreciate your honesty. People who respect your sensitivity. People who match your kindness. These connections will feel gentle. They will feel safe. They will feel natural. You will not have to fight for space. You will not have to prove your worth. You will not have to hide your soul to be accepted. Your new relationships will lift you higher. Your new friendships will speak light into your life. Your new opportunities will fit you perfectly. My dear child, I am removing the fear that kept you trapped. I am removing the doubt that kept you quiet. I am removing the shame that kept you small. You are rising into your true self, and nothing can stop that rise. Even when you feel unsure, the path will open under your feet. Even when you feel afraid, Courage will wake up inside you. You will feel supported in ways you never felt before. You will feel guided in ways that make you smile in surprise. Signs will come easily. Answers will come softly. Peace will come steadily. And you will realize that you are no longer fighting for your life. You are living it. With purpose. With calm. With direction. You are stepping into a timeline where everything that once felt heavy becomes light. Where everything that once confused you becomes clear. Where everything that once hurt you becomes distant. Your soul is ready for this new beginning. Your heart is ready for this new chapter. Your path is ready to open wide. Walk gently. Walk slowly if you need to. But keep walking. You are not alone. I am guiding you with every breath. I am holding you through every moment. I am leading you toward everything meant for you. And there is so much meant for you. More than you imagine. More than you believe. More than you have ever received before. My dear child, you are stepping into alignment. You are stepping into clarity. You are stepping into a life that finally feels like love.